Hey, it's a new year, and it's a new time for turbo. So today for our Beyblade show, we are taking a look at the Beyblade Burst Turbo 2-pack, Dark X Nepstrius N4 D47 TD01-S, and Delaon D4 D48 TB08-S. So it's a very interesting 2-pack. This is actually a Hasbro exclusive bay. The other one is just a old dual layer bay. We actually have the two bays right here. So with the X in all the names, so when they're bringing back some of these old dual layer layers, they'll put like X whatever, and that's the theme. So the theme for this one is like it's dark and the green in the middle. I guess it's to match the new turbo line. The part is 2, with the performance tip being a defense slingshot, and the other one is actually for Delaon 7 tower slingshot. So let's take a look. So taking a look at our first one, we have Dark X Nepstrius N4. Okay, it's very weird, especially now with the news that we do have from Materials A3 and Orichalcum O3. Why are they numbering everything wrong? It's so weird. I mean, the layer itself for Nepstrius looks alright. I like the little, sort of like, not really sparkles, but sort of like the dots around that are black inside of it. I did notice it with a lot of those layers that do have those themes. I like it. It looks cool. It's black, has some nice blue around it. I mean, it's okay. We have 2, whatever. I mean, it would have been nice if we had a 3-disc by now, but Hasbro sure loves that 2-disc. We have Defense Slingshot, which we haven't seen too much of this in a while. I think this is the 3rd one. So the gimmick for this one, even though it looks nothing like how the actual defense looks like, it's a slingshotted version. So this is its battle ring mode. You lift it up. You have to find the part to actually lift it up. And then after, when you lift it, or when you move it to the side, and then after you push it down, it gets flat. So that's a slingshot mode for it. So for how tight this is, let's actually see, because I'm not too sure myself. Should be decently tight. Yeah, it's like decent. Decent. Out of 10, I would give that maybe like, I don't know. Decent. It's like a 7 or an 8. 7 or an 8 overall. Now this is an actual cool Hasbro exclusive. This is Delaon D4. I've been never able to say the name right. I'm not even sure to say the name right now. It is a Hasbro exclusive layer. And it is cool too that, like all the other turbo bays, it is compatible with a level chip. Just to quickly show it off, you can't, well actually you can't really fit it because with some of these exclusives they just fall off pretty easily. It's a little weird for some of these turbo bays. I do hope that Hasbro is going to actually release a level chip. I'd assume so, because why else would you just like keep the gap in there? It doesn't make any sense if they were to just keep it there. But looks really cool. It has 4 winged blades on it. I like the design for it. It looks really sick. Comes with 7, and what's probably the most discussion for this bay, it's Tower Slingshot. So I have my Shelter Regulus Tower right here. This is Tower Slingshot, so it pretty much ignores anything about what Tower is actually for. And like most of the performance tips for Turbo, it's just like an attack type performance tip, and then I can make it really more flat. It's kind of weird. It doesn't keep any of the gimmicks. Like I thought maybe it would be shorter, but at least keep this little part here, and you can maybe make it flat or something like that. I guess not. I don't know. It's very weird. It gets the mold, I guess. Now, if you actually want to make this in slingshot mode, you just pull, twist, and you turn. So you just pull it. Then after you turn it, and then you get it all flat. Again, I'm not really a fan of this type of gimmick. I prefer if it's just like a little switch thing, or if it can actually lock in like completely. Because again, with a lot of these turbo bays, it's kind of weird how it locks in. But it does become a little bit taller, so it kind of matches for that whack height that it has. And then after it becomes a little bit taller than the original Tower Driver. For actually how tight this bay is, I'm not even sure myself. Let's actually see. So it's I don't know actually. I don't really know if that's really that good. It's kind of eh. pretty loose. Is it Achilles loose, or I don't know. I don't know. Let me actually test something out, because I do actually have my Shelter Regulus right here, so I do want to actually compare the difference in the tower drivers. So for Dallon, let's actually see. Yeah, even with the Regulus tower driver, Dallon doesn't really seem like it has that good slopes. With Regulus, let me try the other slingshot tower. Yeah, for Regulus, it fits on pretty nice. Not too bad. So I think Dallon doesn't really have that good of a slope. Maybe it makes up for it in the battle when it's actually battling against some bays, but that's a little bit interesting. So with a lot of these drivers, it seems they are going for an extremely gimmicky route, and it is a little bit weird how some of them don't even keep the actual shape it's supposed to be in, or the actual gimmick it's supposed to have. It's wacky. So if I were to rate this 2-pack, honestly, well, I haven't tried it in battle, so I don't know. This is maybe like, I'm gonna go with 6.5. I'm curious on the tower slingshot. I am curious. I'm gonna be testing out both of these bays. We'll do it in the Rail Rush base stadium. We're gonna see actually how good this is. All right, so now we have this weight in grams. So let's see how heavy this layer is. It should 10. Yeah, sometimes you'll see 12, maybe 11, 10. So I will be doing a test launch with Nepstrius. We're gonna see how good it is. 3, 2, 1, and rip. Alright, so slingshot mode. Quickly show off battle ring mode. Rip. Well, yeah. So let's try Dallon. 3, 2, 1, and rip. Oh wow! It's like an attack type performance tip. Who saw that coming? Now, Regulus just fell down because I just looked at that. Let me stop it. This is Shelter Regulus. I just want to show the difference between the two towers. 3, 2, 1, and rip. So you see, it still does go around a bit, but it's not just like another flat performance tip. So let's see it in slingshot mode. So let's see how crazy this bay is. Actually, it might be the tallest turbo performance tip, but I have to compare that. So 3, 2, 1, and rip. Yeah, a lot of these bays get really tall near the end. Alright, so to be fair, we're gonna do a battle between the two. We're gonna see which one's tougher. 3, 2, 1, and rip. 3, 2, 1, and rip. I hope Dallon wins, otherwise, it's a yikes. Okay, how much did the slopes move though? Moved quite a bit, so I'm not too sure personally how viable this layer, well, how viable the stock is. Maybe under a different combo is better, but for right now, it's kind of yikesy. So what we're gonna be doing now is putting this in its slingshot mode for both. We'll see what happens. Oh! Yeah, some of this is a bit weird because it comes really tall. So I do want to see it against Regulus, so they both have tower. We're going to see how tough it is. It's an old switch strike. Oh no, Regulus got stuck a bit. Do like a few rounds, because I want to see. Yeah, that's what I expected. Alright. Alright, let's do another round where I put in its tallest height, so not really looking too promising right now. That's like Achilles slopes right there, yeah. And Achilles is not really that good. You see, it uses height to its advantage, you know, I'll give it that. I do want to do a quick single between Achilles and Dallon, because I actually want to see if these are pretty much equivalent to each other. Because it's like a Hasbro exclusive, and it's very weird Neither bursted each other. Against, we'll do it against Archer Hercules. Maybe for Archer Hercules it beats it. I don't know. It's a Hasbro exclusive. We're gonna see. If it does good against Hercules and Revive Phoenix, then maybe I'll change my opinion. The twist and turn gimmick makes sense with everything, so it's not too bad, but still though, it's very yikesy. Just... Gonna roll the way around? No, it's not. Alright. Tower sort of like keeps the same idea for its height, but it's just weird. I think it could have been actually some... Oh, actually, I feel like the Tower Slingshot, even though it's a whack version, for it being a Slingshot... oh, it actually Phoenix. Oh. It's just... It's so weird with this one. It's so weird. Tough one. Emperor Fornius. If it does good against Fornius too, maybe it was just maybe he just has weak slopes, but the overall attack for the layer is pretty. If it is, I'll put my rating up to like a 7. If it is, it is. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. We'll do one more match where I put this in Slingshot mode and we go against Brutal Lunar L4. 3, 2, 1, then rip. Rip. Oh my. My conclusion. Pretty weak slopes. I would say the slopes are sort of on the level of Achilles, I would say. It's interesting for the battles. I think if you were to get it, maybe you could get it for the lair, I guess. I think the performance tip is probably what most people would look out for these turbo bays. It's nothing too crazy, but I do see the potential in Dallon. It kind of did good in some rounds, and maybe if we actually find a decent combo for it, it'll be pretty good, but I feel if bays give it 2 powerful hits, like really strong consecutive hits, it's gonna burst right away. My rating for this is probably like a 6.5, a 6 maybe. It shouldn't be on your priority list, however, it's not too bad if you were to pick it up. So that's it for this video. I am excited to check out the other Hasbro exclusives. Hopefully they're not like this one. From what I've been able to tell, they're not too bad, but they do offer some interesting shapes, and they are pretty cool. And also, before I forget, hold on, QR codes, because I almost forgot I was going to end the video. So that is Dark X Nepstrius and Dallon. This wasn't even in a bit. I actually forgot I was going to end the recording without showing it. There you go. There's the QR codes for both of them. So if you want it in the app, there you go. In the app, they're actually pretty fun to play with. That's it for this video. Comment what you think of Dallon D4. I'm not a fan of the tower. The lair seems to have some potential, but has pretty weak slopes. But for now, have an awesome day.